Welcome back to another debriefing. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification bell if you would. And to all of you who have subscribed, we wholeheartedly thank you for your support of this new channel. We've got a lot more coming your way that we'll soon be talking about. Until then, let's get to it. The capture by Ukrainian military forces and intelligence services of valuable and once highly classified Russian command and control, intelligence collection, and electronic warfare vehicles and technology, beginning almost day one of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, has resulted in a serious blow to the Russian military's ability to continue to prosecute its brutal assault on Ukraine, especially in those areas and regions where disproportionate losses have occurred. That's according to senior Western intelligence sources familiar with this matter. The loss of so many vital mobile command and control vehicles and structures essential to ground commanders' ability to direct artillery and other weapons platforms on Ukrainian targets, in addition to losing so many of its once secret mobile, tactical eavesdropping and signals jamming vehicles and structures, has been a goldmine of intelligence for the US and NATO. Indeed, US and NATO intelligence operatives and special forces have either retrieved or have had turned over to them by Ukrainian special forces and intelligence units, or have had to carry out dangerous and time-sensitive on-the-ground operations to conduct what's called sensitive site exploitation of some of these vehicles and their attendant and related technologies. Moreover, the capture of these technologies has also given the US and NATO and the Ukrainian military unprecedented access on the ground in real time to encrypted Russian military communications channels and systems, including not just the comm lines used by battlefield military commanders to communicate between themselves and their forces on the ground, but more importantly, their communications all the way back to top military and political leaders in the Kremlin and Moscow. It is very evident from Russian military communications that have been made public that these communications are no longer secure, that they have been widely compromised, based on statements by captive Russian soldiers, intercepted communications, and Ukrainian intelligence. Unsecured and decrypted communications have played a role in Ukrainian forces having been able to pinpoint the locations of more than a few of the Russian generals who have been killed inside Ukraine since the invasion began. Evidence also indicates Russian communications have further been plagued by corrupt and mismanaged research and development and procurement for essential comms like tactical military radios, and for not having been prepared to not have control over Ukraine's cellular phone networks and backup wired communications. And all that represents a profound, game-changing situation. Perhaps, and this is merely informed and experiential speculation, it isn't so ironic that in wake of these almost insurmountable losses, the Russian President Vladimir Putin reportedly has given signals during the last 72 or so hours that he may be willing to accept a different outcome in Ukraine, one that involves occupation and subjugation of southeast Ukraine, the exact area of the nation where pro-Russian separatists supported by Russia have been embroiled in a bloody guerrilla war with Ukrainian military and security forces since 2014, when Russia military invaded and took over Crimea. Putin used this civil war as a component of his justification for invading all of Ukraine, claiming that the Ukrainian military and security forces were committing atrocities on the region's predominantly Russian-speaking and pro-Russian residents. The fact that Ukraine, the US, and NATO have been able to acquire so many Russian military command and control, intelligence gathering, and electronic warfare vehicles and technologies, and to be able to exploit them in real time on the battlefield, has almost certainly played a not insignificant role in the Ukraine militaries and its special forces to be able to carry out more coordinated and targeted attacks on Russian forces. It also undoubtedly has played a weighty role in the Ukraine military and counterintelligence services' ability to be able to pinpoint the location in real time of so many key Russian commanders on the ground, and to be able to take them out without what appears to have been significant confrontation. Additionally, we strongly suspect that Ukraine's counterintelligence service has benefited tremendously from the capture of these valuable technologies, regarding having been able to stop and or kill individuals and groups tasked by Moscow to kill or capture Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, as we know has occurred on several occasions. These aren't likely coincidences. neither is it likely that Ukraine's ability to not lose control of its airspace is in no small part due to important Russian electronic warfare vehicles and mobile command and control facilities also having been captured intact, and to be able to be exploited during battle in real time. This generally just doesn't happen. Once it does, it can dramatically alter the course of a battle, as certainly seems to be the case with what we're witnessing in Ukraine right now, both on the ground and in the air. The capture and exploitation of command and control communications equipment quite simply cuts the chain of command that in-theater military commanders have with one another and with their officers on the front lines. Not only are their communications now compromised and intercepted, but they also can be tampered with, resulting in even further confusion and disorientation. A real fog of war. And with its electronic warfare capabilities also compromised, not only is Russia losing air superiority, what little it seems to have had to begin with, but it also has lost the ability to jam and disrupt Ukraine's radar, targeting and counter EW capabilities. The disturbing question that is raised by all of this is, how is it affecting Putin's mental stability and his decision-making processes? Time will tell as this war rages on. Stay tuned. Until next time.